I think there's some value in listening to the calls, or at least parts of the calls, between Al and Letecia Stauch. They provide a good example of her personality traits, and personality is literally at issue in this trial. And it's an example of some of her tactics. There are also threat indicators here, and I want to take the opportunity to point some out.
Tell me anything about the situation.
Albert,
Yes.
I told you, get to it done. I couldn't do anything. You talk about how you have to live with that. Do you know how I have to sit here and be like, oh my God, what could I have done to protect him better? Because Albert's going to turn it and say that I'm a horrible person. You think I want to lose my entire life because I couldn't protect someone 100%?
Notice she refocuses on her feelings, and while pretending to feel guilty, she's laying a guilt trip on him. Narcissists are masters at flipping things around like this. She expects he will feel guilty for not considering her feelings. According to her, he has failed to give her compassion. She is exploiting his sense of his own identity as a man, exploiting his sense of decency, exploiting his empathy. She does all that in a couple of sentences. You can see how it would be difficult to unpack all that while you're in a conversation, and especially if it's emotional. If you're ever in a situation in which this is happening, when you feel like something's wrong, you're confused, what the person is saying isn't right, but there's too much to unpack and you can't put your finger on it, walk away. And yeah, it might sound rude, but walk away until you can process it. Because this is a sign you're being manipulated. If you can't physically walk away, then pull your emotions out of the situation so your brain has a chance.
Well, do you know if Gannon is alive, or was he alive when he took him? Was he hurt?
I don't know. I was out of it. Do you not understand this?
Again with the I was out of it. She's only out of it when it's convenient for her to be out of it. Do you not understand? So demeaning. She's basically saying he's stupid. What's not here? Compassion for him, and of course, the truth. She's avoiding giving him the truth.
So you were out. So you blacked out, right? And he took him while you were blacked out.
No, I just said I was in and out of it from struggle. I hit my head. I'm in and out of it.
Okay.
You put my arms to title. You would not listen to me on that. You know what you should have done? As my husband, you should have said, "Oh my God, this fucker not only hurt my wife, took my son."
Okay.
Note how she alters or rewrites what she just said. Then, before he can deal with that, she launches into what he should have done.
Exactly what you're doing. Instead of being with your wife, you've been with your ex-wife.
No, I haven't been with nobody. I told you, I've been with my family.
Her jealousy pops up yet again. Letecia's desire to have 100% of Al's attention and affection is one of the major motivators for killing Gannon. She expected to be his consolation. Here's the hero-martyr thing. She can be a victim and be Al's support. And everybody will see them clinging to each other, and everyone will see Letecia how she wants them to see her. This was the fantasy anyway. Reality is not cooperating.
It's supposed to be.
You can attack me all you want to, okay, but it really doesn't matter. Yes, that's an attack.
Business. You should be with your wife.
Okay, well, what's with all this crap you're sending her now? You're telling the world how much of a piece of shit she is, but now you're trying to.
Anything. My shit has been hacked. Don't believe nothing unless it's my daggone Yahoo.
It looks like she's been harassing Landon. I'm going to point out here that if there hadn't been so much police focus on Letecia, Landon would have been at risk. And, of course, Letecia has an excuse. She claims she's been hacked. She does something else here. She says not to believe anything unless it's from her Yahoo. This is a theme. Everybody else lies, and Al shouldn't believe other people. This is another thing predators do. They want to take control of your very beliefs. Some will go as far as telling you not to believe what you see with your own eyes and hear with your own ears. They may even tell you that what you saw and heard is not what you saw and heard. They want to get you to deny your own reality, and they want to isolate you from other people so they can maintain control.
Okay. You can listen to anything from anything else.
Okay, fine, but you sent her a message that said the same thing you tried to say to me initially about this ransom and these phone calls from DC. So, yes, I do believe that you sent her that. That's what you told me.
From DC?
That's what you told me. That's what you told me.
Oh, you know why that done that? That's because he sent it from a stupid messenger thing, and when I switched out to do my phone thing, I was trying to write back from, I was like, I'm going to send Landon this too. I was going to copy both y'all in it because I couldn't get you. And then I hit draft. So if it went through, then I didn't talk
No.
to her.
He calls her on it, and she has an excuse. She did harass Landon. Even when Letecia pretends to take responsibility, she doesn't take responsibility. She is so accustomed to getting away with whatever she wants that she fully expects to keep getting away with whatever she wants. Harassment is a huge threat indicator that must always be taken seriously. There's an added element here. Letecia is trying to evade police and redeem her image, yet her drive to control and possess Al is so strong. She's willing to harass Landon in this context. Letecia would do anything, and she did, to eliminate anyone standing in her way.
But why do you have to be around them?
Given the situation, that she even has to ask this question speaks to her focus and goals and her absence of empathy. In normal day-to-day life, psychopaths will imitate other people so that they appear normal too, and they're really good at it. When the situation is novel, they don't know what to do. They can't just react normally the way we do because they don't feel the things we feel. So she's oblivious to what everybody else is feeling. She's oblivious to what's normal in this terrible situation.
So is it why you don't want me and Harley to be with you?
I never
Or
said
we have to
that.
just keep doing that?
I never said that.
She starts with an attempt at pulling at his heartstrings at the same time as she blames. The vulnerability display is the tug, while putting responsibility on him is the whip. You don't want me and Harley.
I've agreed to do everything you've asked. I've asked you, told you, whatever. I've agreed to testify, okay? I've agreed to help find him. I've agreed to do everything.
Listen to how transactional she is here. I've agreed to help find him. Wow, we're talking about a missing child. Her own stepson. If your neighbor's child was missing and they asked you to help look, you would do it, right? Would you later go to that person and say, hey, I agreed to look for your kid, so now I want something? Would you even use the word agreed?
It's killing me because it's portrayed wrong.
It's killing me. I'm portrayed wrong. What happened to Gannon doesn't even enter her arena of concern. What's important to her is how she is portrayed. And she is laying her burden at Al's feet.
If you give me the truth, and I hate to say it like this, but the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and you just lay it on the line for me no matter what the truth is, okay? The absolute truth. I don't want no more Quincy lying on the road, Quincy bike accident, Quincy hiding in the house, okay? Quincy's secret messages, ransom. I don't want no more of that, okay? This is driving me freaking nuts, okay? I just want the truth, and then hey, listen to me for a second. I want the truth right now, and then I'll be willing to meet you.
Meet me? Meet me. Like, just meet me. That's all I get is meet you.
Al is desperate for the truth, desperate for his son. Where does she go? Just meet? She wants things 100% her way. The thing with personalities like this is that 100% is still not enough. This goes back and forth for a bit, and it's not worth playing all of it, so I've skipped ahead.
You left, and I'm offering you a meeting.
What is it? Just a meeting? I left, or I was taken away.
She did leave. She left to flee from the police and to dump Gannon's body. And still tries to turn it around on him.
No, you left out of...
That against me about me. No. You brought your ex-wife to our home, and that was wrong.
I didn't bring nobody. She got her ass on a plane and came, and the messages show that you told her that you would support her when she got here. So we're not playing this game. She is irrelevant in this conversation.
Back to the possessiveness. And she tosses in a moral judgment of Al. She has murdered his child, tormented him, lied, and with all confidence is passing a moral judgment on him.
You know what? My son's missing. I don't care about stupid, petty, you think I'm hooking up with her. It's about Gannon.
When reminded it's about Gannon, anyone else would be embarrassed if they'd lost sight of that. Letecia? Of course not.
And so you give me the truth, and I'll meet.
It's not about hooking up with her. It's about you.
But that's all.
Letecia wants to get into the minutia. That way she can keep control of the conversation and continue to psychologically beat this man. One of the frustrating things about her is this game she plays of dragging her victim into the weeds, bickering about minutia as she rewrites history, hedges, misdirects, and attacks. I never said that. That's not what I meant to say. You're wrong. Let's bicker about whether it's tomato or tomato, because if we get into the substance, I lose control. When you find yourself tangled in this kind of conversation, it's maddening and exhausting. And it's easy to throw up your arms and say, okay, fine, whatever. Depending on why they're doing this to you, even your acquiescence might not make it stop. It can escalate into haranguing, where the abuser follows the victim around the house or continues to harangue when the victim is trying to go to sleep. This is a form of abuse. And you'll hear in the next clip how Letecia can't let go. By the way, rumination and the inability to let things go is a threat indicator.
Letecia, stop. Put the brakes.
Be on TV hugging your ex-wife.
Actually, I should, because she's the mother of my son, and I'm not playing this game with you, okay? Do you want to meet? Do you want to meet or not?
Do you want to know what?
Do you want to meet or not?
You want to know something? You should? Well, then guess what? This wife of yours has done everything that that sorry-ass motherfucking mother hasn't done. Okay?
I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not arguing anything.
Do you think I got a hug from you?
You got plenty of hugs. You got plenty of hugs until you decided to bounce and come and get your shit and bounce.
I asked for Valentine's Day. I said, hey, let us come stay. Do you think you gave me anything?
He sets a boundary. She completely ignores it. She trashes Landon while elevating herself, then lists what Al has not given her that he should have, according to her. Note what's missing. Earlier, you've seen in her police interviews how she's tried to paint Al as an abuser, as a scary guy. Here she yells at him and lists his shortcomings. but never once throws at him how he has been violent or threatening or scary or abusive. Why is that? Because he wasn't. This interaction would be awful at any time. But this is happening in the context of a search for a missing boy. Al didn't know it at the time, but what we are hearing is a conversation between a man desperate to find his missing child and the murderer of that child. In the next clip, she's going to redirect again and avoid committing and avoid dealing with substantive issues while making it sound like she is dealing with the issue.
You're not making yourself believable to me. You offered the truth, okay? You offered lie detector test. I don't even believe you're anywhere close to here. That's why you're dodging this meeting. Okay? That's the God's honest.
Dodging a meeting.
Yeah, you are.
You for days.
Yeah, you are. You're dodging this shit.
Come to your hotel. You won't even tell me where you're staying.
Well, I asked you the same question, and you won't even tell me where. You tell me.
He's asking about the meeting she's dodging for the lie detector. She turns it around and says, "You won't even tell me where you're staying." So she's turned it around to an accusation and taken them off topic. I'm not going to play it. I'll just tell you. She successfully took him down the road of that argument, and it morphs into him asking her where she is, and she lies about that.
Give me the truth.
I gave you the truth. I walked you through what happened.
No, you walked me through 27 versions of a fake bullshit lie, okay? All right, tell me the truth right now.
So now you want the truth, and you just told me it was a lie.
No.
You're not trying to be on my side.
I am. I'm trying to meet you.
You literally just told me it was a fake bullshit of a lie. You just told me none of it was true.
Tisha, I got the...
He wants the truth. Note the long pause before she gives him a non-answer. I gave you the truth. Then she again turns it around on him. So she's the victim and he's the bad guy. And she continues down that path.
Listen, you give me the truth that we find my son?
If you wanted me, you would not be apart from me.
All he wants is his little boy. She comes back with another control tactic, and it goes on and on. Al continues to ask for the truth, and Letecia eventually hangs up on him. This is not someone struggling with dissociative identity. This is a psychopath playing cat and mouse, and even when she's the mouse, she won't let go of being the cat. Her identity is solid.